Hello, we're back again for episode 2. So last episode, we talked about the alphabetic principle and how important it is for your kiddos to know that there's 26 letters in the alphabet and that each one of these letters has a name, and that these are how we make up words. These are the tools we use to make up words. So, before we move on though, I want to just talk about a couple of things. One is summer slide. We talk at school about summer slide. Those 2.5, 3 months that kids have off in the summertime, they do have a tendency to slide and lose some of those skills that we've worked on throughout the school year. Right now, we're in the midst of kiddos being home, so we really don't want this slide to happen. So if you can incorporate any of these things that I'm doing here today, and hopefully things to come with these videos with your student and your child, that will be great, because hopefully they will come back to school prepped and ready for their new year. Also, here we have the 5 components of reading. I mentioned them in the first episode. I didn't go into detail about them, but they are phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. Of course, the whole purpose of reading is comprehension, is to understand what we're reading, but we need these other 4 things in order to do that understanding. We really need that phonemic awareness and phonics. Those are really important skills in kindergarten to 2nd grade. Really, really, really important. And we're going to talk more about those in upcoming episodes, but I want to kind of start with you of how you might introduce to your student or kid what we do at the beginning of every lesson, kind of to get them warmed up and ready to go, okay? So we have our alphabet strip. We lay it down. We say, how many letters do we have in our alphabet? Today we're going to count them. 1, 2, 3, all the way through. Count their letters on the alphabet strip. This is before they've set out their 3D letters. So we're going to look at our alphabet and say, today we're going to find out how many letters we have in our alphabet and count them. So we're going to count them and discover that there's 26 letters in our alphabet, and those 26 letters make up all kinds of words. And then we're going to touch and say our alphabet. They do it with you. A, B, C, D, all the way through. Okay, here's your 3D letters. Dump out your bag, flip your letters over so you're looking at them the right way, and name and place your letters. So, the kid's going to find A. Put A up and say A. Then they find B. B. What comes after B? Oh, it's C. Okay, let's find C. All the way through, they're going to name and place their letters. That's a review of what we talked about last time. Now we have our letters out, we have our alphabet out. With this particular group of letters, these 3D letters, you can see that there are letters that letters. Not all alphabet letters are going to be like that. Hopefully they will notice that some are red and some are blue. Now if you do have letters that are all the same color, you can always push down our vowels, which is what we're going to talk about next today, and say, look at these letters in our alphabet, and they are called vowels. And vowels are special because they're like the superhero letters. They can make more than one sound. So most of the time, these ones up here make only one sound. But these red ones, or these ones I push down here, they can make more than one sound. So they can dress up as different sounds in different words. It depends on the word that they're in, but they can make more than one sound. So these are kind of special letters, and we need to treat them special. And how many do we have? We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. Let's name them. Oh, it's A, E, I, O, and U. Okay, so let's talk about those letters for a few minutes. And I have a song to help you remember those letters. These letters are called vowels. So you want to have your kiddo repeat that with you and say that with you, and you want to use that word over and over again. Vowels. These are vowels. These blue ones are consonants. That will probably come later, but right now we want to focus on the vowels, and we want to start doing this alphabetic principle of teaching them the sound that these vowels make, the first sound that they make, which is what we call their short sounds. So the short sounds of the vowels, I'm going to explain it to you as an adult, but you need to filter it out to your kiddos in small pieces because they won't be able to grasp it all. But A says, We're going to do this multisensory thing again. We're going to incorporate as many things as we can. Touching and feeling, seeing, hearing while we're saying. But we're also going to add a gesture that we do with each one. So A says ah. You're going to put your hand under your jaw so that they can really see it. E says eh. We're going to smile really big and point to our smile. I says eh. So when we squinch up our face and we point to our nose. O says aw. Draw the circle outside of your lips. I don't recommend you touch your lips because kids are so germy. And U says and that's their favorite one because they get to suck themselves in the stomach. And it says So I try to teach them one at a time and in as many ways as I can to get that multisensory in there. Some kids are going to pick it up really quick. Some kids it's going to take longer. If it's taking longer, then say for example we're doing A. You're going to look at apples. You're going to talk about alligators. You're going to talk about all the things that starts with the sound of ah, because A says ah. You could even put things in the room and say, let's find all the things in the room that start with ah, and go for that if they need it, okay? I also have a song that over time I would like you to introduce to your kiddo to help them remember these letters. And it goes like this. It's kind of corny, and I want them to touch their letters as they sing the song. So what I'm doing, you teach your student to do. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels, it's true. So maybe day one you just start there with that beginning intro of the song. If they need it. If they can handle learning that song and learning the sound of A, then we can go and they're touching on either their alphabet strip or their 3D letters. If kids can't handle 3D letters being out, put them away and just use your alphabet strip. But if they can have the 3D letters out, then keep them out. So again, it goes like this. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels, it's true. Then they touch the A. The A says, here we go with the multisensory piece, ah, as in, and most kids love, especially little guys love, alligator. So you make your fingers like alligator teeth and go alligator. Then we go back and touch. A, E, I, O, U. I like to snap, but most kids can't snap, so I say click your tongue at the end. I recommend doing one letter a day, exploring that letter, that vowel, for a long time. Then you can move on. A, E, I, O, U. Those are the vowels, it's true. The E says eh, as in, now you get to be a big elephant. Elephant. You get to stomp your fists on the table. The next day, the I says eh, and I like to do as in itchy, 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 because kids know what it's like to be itchy. So I said itchy for I. Then on to O. The O says ah, as in octopus. So I make them get their octopuses ready, and they swim around in the sea of air. And the last one, the U says as in umbrella. So they're pushing their umbrella up as they're saying it. And finishing off with A, E, I, O, U. Click your tongue. Okay? So I like to teach that song. I know I said not to sing the last one, but they love this song. It helps them remember which ones are the vowels and that those vowels are special. There's no special song for consonants. They're just not as cool. So that's our second part of our lesson today. I would just recommend starting and going through and doing this and introducing this day by day with your kiddo. And we'll see you next time.